here in northern parts of Potter County, northeastern parts of Potter County. Where we're looking for that rotation is in the southwestern side of the storm, right in here. And if there is a tornado, it would probably be in here. As of yet, there's nothing confirmed, but it is moving off to the east, and there also is a pretty decent hail core with this one. It's been dropping hail up to tennis ball size earlier to the north of Masterson and even to the west of that, moving off to the east. So heading in the direction of Borger, Fritch. If you're in house, you should be in shelter right now. This cell is not very far from you, and those winds will probably arrive before the rain gets there. Fritch, right now looks like you're in the clear for tornado-wise if there was one to form. However, that hail core is just west of you, so if you're in Fritch, make sure you get indoors away from windows and take shelter at this time. Well, Dave, we definitely have some very heavy snow out here. Actually, just as I'm standing here, it continues to accumulate on my jacket. I wipe it off, 10 seconds later, it's already back to where it was. We're going to be watching a boundary here. It's going to be hard to pick out, so I'll show it to you. See the southwest wind here near Dumas, Hereford, and then that southeast wind in the eastern panhandle? That's the dry line. It's going to set up in the central panhandle overnight tonight, and then by tomorrow afternoon, it's actually going to back to the west. That's a surprise. Usually it backs to the east, actually moves to the east. And tomorrow's going to be one of those days where we have better chances for rain because that dry line is so much further to the west.
Well, we are going to have a nice weekend, and we're starting to warm up already. Yeah,
we're already starting to warm up, Stacy, after a cold start this week. Earlier this week, we actually had temperatures in the 30s during Monday.
I know.
Yeah, that's cold, but we did get the rain. We needed that. Increasing clouds for tonight, mild and muggy, then some strong storms. Maybe some hail and winds are possible. I wouldn't rule out a tornado. That doesn't look like to be the main risk with these thunderstorms, though, for tomorrow afternoon. Icy roadways. Avoid travel if you can over the next 24 hours because they're going to be pretty slick until we get back above freezing. But it is going to be chilly in the morning. You're going to want the jacket for sure. 47 degrees by 10 a.m. Those winds will be light throughout the day, northeasterly, and then turning easterly by 1 o'clock, with temperatures climbing to the 60s. Easter egg hunts, they're good to go, as well as any outdoor activities you have for the afternoon and evening hours. Feels like it's 5 below here, 2 below in Pampa, and 7 below right now in Clayton. That is cold. Grab the hat and the gloves, the scarf, anything you can do to stay warm. Hard to believe we've gone from temperatures last week in the 20s and 30s to highs in the 70s this week, and it's pretty crazy how quickly that calendar turns over in terms of the weather department around here in the Panhandle. We go straight from winter to basically spring. Just like that.
Developing quite a line of storms out in New Mexico right now, Mac.
Yeah, one of these storms is producing winds up to 80 miles per hour, Walton. That's why we say even though severe thunderstorm warnings aren't usually producing tornadoes, they can produce winds that are on a scale of tornado-like winds. So it's a very dangerous storm. If you live in house, you're going to want to be in shelter pretty soon here, if not right now. Temperatures are going to drop off into the 40s by around 2 or 3 a.m. And some upper 30s are going to creep in here. 37 in Dalhart, 38 in Clayton. Remember, April showers bring May flowers. Let's see if we can get some rain in here. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mac, thanks.
Well, we have some quiet weather for this evening and for tonight. Cool and calm. Sunny and warm for tomorrow, though. You're not going to need the jeans or anything like that. You're going to need the shorts. It's going to be beautiful. Weekend outlook is looking pretty good. I'll get to that in a second here. But first, let's talk about Thursday and Friday, especially tomorrow. A weather tracker, not a lot of cloud cover today. It was just gorgeous. We had a few patchy clouds here and there, but other than that, skies were clear and things have been pleasant. 61 right now in Amarillo, 58 in Dumas, 57 in Hereford, 67 in Clarendon, still pretty warm there, and a little bit cooler up to the north and west in Elkhart at 55. Let's track this hour by hour. Temperatures are going to drop off tonight into the 40s and low 50s, but not as cold as we've had the last couple of mornings because we have more of a southerly wind than a northerly wind. And northerly winds keep cooler air in place, and that has been the case the last couple of nights. But tomorrow morning, we're going to start off in the low 50s and upper 40s area-wide, maybe some mid-40s in some places, but a pretty nice start and a quick warm-up. By around 1 or 2 o'clock, we'll already be in the upper 70s and low to mid-80s throughout the area. Expecting low 80s area-wide, 81 in Dumas, 80 in Amarillo for that high temperature, so a nice, warm, and pleasant afternoon for tomorrow. Get outside and enjoy that beautiful weather if you can, or if you get off work a little bit early tomorrow. As far as the winds go for this evening and for tonight, they're out of the south and east right now. I think they're going to turn more southerly overnight tonight, maybe south and westerly, as we get a little bit more dry air in place for the morning. So temperatures are going to start off cool. We're going to have light winds, however, so that's not a bad thing. That's a plus in the weather department. As far as things go for the afternoon, though, as we get around 1 o'clock, the winds are still southerly. But you notice that orange shade here? Those are winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. So they start to pick up by later in the day at around 10 to 20 and a little bit gusty at times, but not going to be as light as they were today. As far as things go regionally, Amarillo right in here as we back out just a little bit. High pressure is going to be building, and you notice that flow kind of west to east around us. We have a ridge of high pressure going over the top of us. And in general, that just means fair and clear weather and warming temperatures. As we head into the weekend, you'll see how warm in a second here. 45 degrees for tonight, clear skies and cool. That south wind only 5 to 15 miles per hour, so we're going to keep it down just a little bit for tonight. And as far as tomorrow goes, we're going to start off cool in the morning, 45 degrees, clear skies throughout the morning. And by the time we get to around the lunch hour, 68 degrees. The winds will be picking up, though, at around 10 to 20. Remember, sun rises before 7 a.m. now. Yes, we're already getting to that time of the year. May begins on Friday, 80 degrees for that forecast high tomorrow. Sunny skies and warm and pleasant. That south wind at 10 to 20. There's the weekend, like I mentioned, Friday heading into it, 82 degrees. So if you get off work early, maybe head out and enjoy the beautiful weather we'll be having. The winds will be a little bit breezy, but temperatures will be much better than they were on Monday. We actually dipped into the 30s during the day. Saturday and Sunday, 80s for highs, even close to 90 by Sunday. But then Monday and Tuesday, we're really going to have to watch pretty carefully, Stacy, because there's that possibility for thunderstorms, and some of them could be stronger. Keep it tuned. We'll keep you updated. Send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Mack.